when did you first launch as a syndicated show? How long has it been?
Almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in January, so 2.5 years now.
Okay, because I always see it's the fastest growing syndicated show, so now I get it. Like those are huge numbers for such a relatively short amount of time. So congratulations.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I sit down and I'll try and compare the numbers and see different shows and how long they've been doing it, how many markets they have, and it's just crazy. One of the most surreal moments of my life. We were sitting. It's right when we got on Real 92.3 in LA, and we went out there just to kind of sit down and meet everybody and hang out. But I've known Big Boy for a while, and so he invited us in to be on his podcast and stuff. So we're in his studio and he's interviewing us, and it just didn't make sense. And he's kind of like, so break it down. What's going on? I know your show's doing good. And at the time, I think we were like 50 cities. And I told him, and he just stopped in the middle of the interview. He was like, 50 cities? 50 cities? What? He looks around. He looks at his producer. What are we doing? Come on, man, step it up. And I'm just like, this is insane. Like, it is like moments like that are so crazy to me. Like, to me, like a moment like that beats meeting any celebrity. Like, that's why I started the podcast and everything like that. Like, to me, the radio personalities are the celebrities in my eyes.
That's exactly one of the questions I had for you, because, you know, the fact that as a syndicated talent, you do have so much access to national celebrities. What was it that compelled you to focus on radio talent? Because a lot of times people are trying to expand their brand with podcasts, and not everyone cares about the industry the way they care about celebrity.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I mean, I think I'll just we'll do something, we'll hit some type of accomplishment. And in my eyes, I'm like, oh, I wish someone would ask me about this. Or, man, I'd really like to talk about this because this is cool. But it won't happen. And I was like, there's no way I'm the only one that feels like this. Like, I don't care how big you get or whatever. I mean, you know, they always say you got to give the flowers while you can still smell them.
Yeah.
And so that's how I feel. Like, you have all these personalities that, like I'm talking to Bobby Bones tomorrow. And Bobby Bones is from a town smaller than where I'm from. I'm from Lubbock, Texas. And population at the time was like 150,000. Bobby Bones is from a town of like 750 people.
It's Arkansas, right? Somewhere in Arkansas?
I believe so. Arkansas or Kentucky? I got all my notes at home. I got to go over it again.
Yeah, but, somewhere small, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 750 people, that's crazy. And so it's like, yeah, he's written books and everything like that. But still, I think it just comes different from like when it's one of your peers that's really into it and they ask about it and kind of get a dive into it. I don't know. I think it's just a different appreciation.
And I love the fact that, you know, as a quote unquote rhythmic top 40 personality, you can appreciate what this country personality is doing, that, you know, it's bigger than formats. It's really about what he's doing in radio and how huge that is.
Oh, for sure. Well, even outside of radio, like you look at like American Idol, I think at first when he had jumped on it, he was just, you know, he was on it, but he wasn't like promoted on the billboards and everything like that. And then in just like a year or short amount of time, whatever, this season, he's all over the billboards and in the magazines and everything. And then Dancing with the Stars. And people that can find a way to take radio to another level and not leave radio, like that's just the biggest thing to me.